Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fathers and Family. I'm Pete Saunders, and we have Dr. Ricketts with us, and we'll be talking today about how to talk to your kids about divorce. Divorce affects everyone. It affects some, differently than others, but I think kids more so than adults. Would you say that's correct, Dr. Ricketts?
I would definitely say so. Remember, children don't have the experience or the vocabulary to express complicated feelings. And so, a lot of times, what they do is to keep their feelings inside. When it comes to divorce as well, the children don't usually tell their parents how they feel because they get the impression that they might upset them. And
Okay.
so, one of the things that we do know is that it affects both adults and children, but it affects children throughout their lives. And even when they grow up as adults and they get married, children of divorce are also more likely to divorce as well.
So when is a good time then, to tell the kids that your mom and dad are separating or going to get a divorce?
It is generally accepted that the best time is before one parent moves out of the house because, in the minds of children, the divorce takes place when a parent moves out of the house. Parents, for them, the reality sinks in after they go to court and the judge signs off and hands them their divorce decree. But for children, it's when a parent moves out. So the conversation should take place before a parent moves out of the house, before the parents
How do
separate.
you talk to a 2-year-old about divorce versus talking to a 15-year-old?
Well, a 2-year-old, for example, they don't know what divorce means. They're too young, but they do know when a parent is absent. So you could say things like, Mommy is going to live at another house. Daddy is going to live at another house. We will have two houses. Sometimes you're going to be at daddy's house, and sometimes you'll be at mommy's house, something like that.
And the child is going to say, "Why, mommy, why?"
Yeah, then well, there's nothing much you can tell them about that. You just try to make it as painless as possible for them. But when it comes to older children, you can't tell them things like that. They
Right.
will want to know details.
Hmm.
So with them, you can tell them, we really tried. We didn't plan for the family to break up, but because we have not been getting along, we think that this is the best situation for all of us. And we're going to be living separately. Part of the time you'll spend with your dad, part of the time you'll spend with your mom. It's not because of anything you did or didn't do. It's a decision that we, the adults, took. And we will both love you, we will both care for you, we'll continue to take care of your needs. You don't have to worry. Just focus on your schoolwork and other extracurricular activities. We will take care of the rest. And then you keep that promise.
If a couple didn't go through this process, they didn't speak to the kids, in detail, or well, not so saying detail, they didn't speak to the kids about the divorce. How can they revisit us? What's a healthy way for them to revisit this?
Well, the process that I usually ask parents to go through is that we cannot unring a bell. So whatever you did is already done.
Hmm.
It would be helpful if you admit what you did wrong. You can say, for example, I'm really sorry I moved out without letting you know that I was going to live at another place.
Okay.
Right? So admit what you did wrong, apologize for it, and then tell the child how things are going to be afterwards. So you can say, you're going to see me in the middle of the week or every other weekend. We're going to do the things that we used to do together. I will make sure that you're comfortable when you're at my place.
Hmm.
I will stop saying bad things about your mom. And, mothers do the same thing. Things
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
So admit what you did wrong, apologize, and then make necessary changes.
That's good.
Children of divorce will fall into three groups. A third of them will do very poorly. Another third will do so-so. But there's another third that's going to do exceptionally well, even better than some parents who are still together, still married, still living in the same home. But what's going to determine which group children fall into is the interaction, the relationship between the parents before the divorce, during the divorce, and especially
I mean,
afterwards.
so as much as we would like for all marriages to work, some of them don't. And the key thing for this episode is that parents, fathers, you'd speak to your kids about the divorce so that it's not a shocker to them. And, based on their age, it determines what you say and how you say. This is it's not all about the kids, but the kids are very important and they must be considered even during a divorce. We can continue this conversation. You can share your thoughts with us. If you have any questions, be sure to drop us a line as well. And we'll see you at the next episode.